Hello and welcome back to David's Closet. Today's video is going to be my second video of 2023, and I don't really have a lot of exciting content yet. I haven't purchased anything. I have a few things that I'm watching. I have a small gift card to Fashionphile, so I've been kind of keeping my eye on Fashionphile and a few things that I want. Since I'm trying not to spend a large amount of money on bags this year because we just have a lot going on. There's a couple really big trips that are going to cost a lot. Our house is going to need some things like I mentioned in my previous video. We're also, and I'll talk about it later. I'll just talk about it now. So I am going to do some refurnishing in my house. Right now, our house is 3 levels. There's a finished basement with a really large, just open rec room. It's basically the size of our first floor, so about 1,000 square feet or so. Maybe a little bit less, because it's not quite the whole first floor. So yeah, probably about 1,000 square feet. And then the first floor is the kitchen, living room, eat-in kitchen, breakfast nook. There's a mudroom, a powder room, a large entryway, which is the reason I bought this house. I love the entryway. And then a formal dining. And then upstairs is all the bedrooms. So I keep our cat, Miss Diva, when we are not home. We called it her safe space. You know, when they're kittens, you have to kind of try to help find them a safe space to go to. It's the basement living room. It's the spot where it has the most open space. There's not a lot of things that she can get hurt on. Like, I mean, my furniture, I have a lot of decor on my first floor. Things that if she got a hold of, it could potentially hurt her. You know, especially when they were kittens, or when she was a kitten. So, that's where she lives. That's her primary space when we're not home. That's where she resides. That's where her food is, litter box, all of her toys, cat trees, all of those things. And then on the first floor, we have some toys. We have a little basket of toys that when we're home and we're on that floor actually doing things, which we're not on the first floor very often. We're usually in the basement in the living room with her, which is why it made sense to make that her primary space since that's where we all hang out. And then on the first floor, there is a cat scratcher. It's ugly, but it's really tall, and I'm trying to get her to use it versus other things on the floor, of course. But in my formal dining room, I have these fabric chairs. When we purchased my dining room table for our previous home, it was a very, very, very expensive table, and I really loved it. I fell in love with it, and it was a solid wood. It was, you know, just excellent quality, and it was absolutely beautiful, and I loved it. But the chairs, you needed 6 chairs for it, cost as much as the table, if not actually more. I think the chairs that came with it were about $1,000 a chair, $1,200, something like that. So not quite as much as what the table would have cost, but close, because it's a very expensive set. So to save some money, I actually found some clearance chairs, and I'll post a picture somewhere of my dining room, just so you can kind of see. The chairs I ended up purchasing are just the fabric chairs with the wood legs. The legs are slightly a different stain than my table, and they're not solid wood like my table, but they look fine. You can't tell when you glance at it. It looks the same. But these chairs were on clearance. I believe the beige ones were on clearance for like $69, and then the 2 end ones, which are the gray that kind of match my print behind me on this curtain, I think those were $49. So I saved a ton of money on those chairs, and I love them. But I love them more in my old house. My old house was a gray and white palette, so the chairs are canvas. It kind of popped against it. Well, now I have beige walls in this house, and my beige canvas chairs just blend. So I've been wanting to replace them. And then with Diva, she's a really, really good cat, but once in a blue moon, she'll go a little nuts and try to scratch them when she's upstairs. So I am trying to find a solid option. So that's something I have to do soon. And I want to be able to do that because now that she's older and she doesn't need her safe space as much, I'd like to be able to leave her out to roam amongst the whole house more often than trying to keep her away from certain things. And right now on the main living area, that's really the only thing that I don't want her to tear up, if that makes sense. So that's what's going on there. So I have to spend money on those, and those are not cheap. I'm trying to find a less expensive option that matches the wood grain. I'm hoping to find something that's $100 or less a chair. We don't use the room. It is a formal dining room that's for decoration. So I'm okay spending a little bit less. They don't have to be like the most top quality. I just want them to look okay because it's such an expensive, very nice table. I don't want it to look bad. So that's what's in my world right now. That's what I'm going to be shopping for. Probably later today or tomorrow, we're going to go and just kind of get some ideas. I'm not quite ready to purchase now. I want to think about it some more. But my thought process of doing it now versus just letting her, you know, have free reign of those chairs downstairs. Those chairs downstairs, she's gotten a hold of a few. There's a few little threads and stuff, but nothing super crazy. But I could potentially sell those and get a little bit of money for them. I could probably sell them for anywhere from $25 to $50 a chair. And most importantly, let someone get some use out of them while they're in great condition still. There's no reason for her to destroy them and then we just have to throw them away when someone out there might want them and think that they're beautiful and they might work for their place and it would be a good deal for them as well. If you have any tips on how to get her to use the big tall scratcher that's like 4 feet away from them, that would be great to know because she doesn't. And the scratcher doesn't match my house and I don't like it. But of course for her, I'm willing to have it up here if it will help her, you know, not destroy furniture. So anyway. No handbags right now, that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna do just a little like swap bags with me kind of video. Trying to think of the best way to do it here. I'll just do it sitting here. So currently the bag of the week is my Speedy 30. And I love her, of course. But I am kind of feeling a change. And I haven't used this since summer. So I think I'm going to switch into my Gucci Ophedia tote. And then I usually use my blue and gold Coach pouch. But the gold isn't my vibe right now. So I think I'm actually going to use this silver one. And I don't use this gray one very often. Gray, silver, same thing. So that's what I'm going to use. And then the great part about this bag swap is I don't have to swap wallets because my hair was a mess. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I don't have to swap wallets because I am already using my wallet that I got for this bag, which is my Nautica wallet I opened, or I didn't open, but I got for Christmas and I showed you guys in my last video. So how I swap bags is I pick it up here and I just start going through it. Now this bag, I have only been in for a little over a week, so it's not super messy. I do have some napkins. It's that season where I feel like I need them. We went to a restaurant and they had little wet ones. And they give us a ton, so I keep those. This also can be like a what's in my bag. I have a business card with my dentist information on it because I have a dentist appointment coming up. I have some mints. There's a few left. These are my favorite. They're the Icebreakers Wintergreen. I love these. I wish they sold them like in a big giant bag so I didn't have to buy the little plastic containers all the time because I hate buying plastic. Don't really know where these came from, but some waste towelettes. And then at work I had a couple of cat scratches. So I grabbed an extra hydrocortisone to use. I have my pill case that has my allergy pills and Tylenol and ibuprofen. I have, and I'm not a Vera Bradley fan, but I do have this just little pouch that I love. I have one of these in another color combination. This is just where I like put my coins, and I guess I have a couple of ones in there. And then just some important business cards, like my Land Rover dealer, a couple of real estate contacts, things like that. Just kind of go in here. I like this better than the Coach one I have just because it's a little bit smaller and I can smush it. Whereas the Coach one, it can't be squashed. And it's actually not a coin case. I think it's a business card holder. I don't know. I like this one though. And my cat is currently at my door. I hear her. Then I have my Chanel mirror. I love this. I just think it's so pretty. Oops, wrong way. So, don't use it very often, but I do like to have a mirror because sometimes I need one. Currently my pouch is this mustard. I think it goes really cute with the brown. And then on the inside, all of this fun stuff. I have my Chanel chapstick. And then I have, and I've talked about this before, it's just this native mini deodorant, and it's truly a mini deodorant. I absolutely love it. There's some extra pills. My Tesla car key is in here because it's like a card. Just a few other odds and ends that I don't really want just floating around. Then I have my Land Rover key. I have this cute key case because for some reason the model year, I don't know the exact year, it's like 15 through like 21. They had the worst key design ever. And it's like this piano black, cheap plastic, and it scratches and looks like garbage. Nothing like spending anywhere from like $60 to, you know, $150,000 on a car to have your key fob look like the cheapest thing. So I bought this green cover that matches the Land Rover green to put my key fob in. But you can even see like the metal part is all scratched up. This car's only 2.5 years old. I have a baggie, and in this baggie I put a pen in case it leaks, and my mints. I have other cinnamon mints in there. I'm an old man at heart. My business cards for real estate. And actually I wanted a Louis Vuitton one, but I love this because it's so small. Because I've taken my cards out because I'm not promoting my business here. But it's just this little thing where they all slip in. It's super cool. The only thing I don't like about it is it's sharp metal corners, so I always have to put it somewhere in a bag where it's not going to rub up against something and scratch it. These I purchased at Walmart the other day, and it's the Prideful collection. It's a lip scrub and just a lip balm. So it's, you know, untinted lip balm. It's the cherry vanilla flavor. It does look tinted, but it's not. It's just chapstick, but it's Prideful, and it was you know, I figured I could support that. So I was pretty excited to see those. More receipts. I have a hand sanitizer, and this is my Champagne Toast. I buy these on clearance throughout the year. Normally I try to keep that inside of here in case I were to leak, because as you know, hand sanitizer on coated canvas is a no-no. And I have 2 Olive Garden mints. And what's this? This is just a jewelry case that I have in case I take my rings off. I don't know what came in this. Something I probably bought on Amazon at one point, so have that. So that's what's in there. And another receipt. A Christmas card, and 2 straws. I always carry straws because with the pandemic, some restaurants are out of straws. So if I have a bag that I can fit some straws in, I will, because I love straws, even though the turtles don't. And yes, at my house, I use reusable straws, so. But there it is. There's the inside of the Speedy 30 bandolier with its little organizer. Great bag, holds a ton. One of my favorites, hands down. So now here is my Gucci. I just have it stuffed with the paper that it came with, and then I have it not latched at the top, so it has that magnetic clasp. I just don't leave that clasp because I don't like the way it like will deform the bag. I want the bag to be straight and solid, so the paper helps keep its shape better, I feel. Sound alert. I also keep all of the Gucci tags and paperwork inside of the bag for storage. And I have a bag organizer I need to get. I do not keep the bag organizer in this bag because I also use it for another bag. So, okay, so here is the organizer I have for this bag. It's actually the same exact one that came in my Speedy 30, or not came in, but I purchased for my Speedy 30, and actually I think it's the Speedy 30 size. I just take the middle divider out. This one has Velcro on the sides, none in the middle, but it has a divider that slips in and it has a zip pouch in the middle. I really like that because there's no zip pouch on this bag, but it takes up too much room and then things don't fit. So for me, I just use it like this. It helps keep the bottom of the bag from sagging, and it protects the inside of my very expensive Gucci bag. So let's go ahead and slip her in. So what I do, if you look in here, One side has a metal or a leather slip pocket and one has a zip pocket. The one that's blank, I put where the leather pocket is. That leather pocket's a little more bulky, so I don't like to have the side with the pockets there because it just has more bulk, and I try to keep things from deforming my bag, of course. You know, that's very important to me. So, now this does not fit perfectly, I'm not going to lie to you, but it fits really, really well. And actually, I had a comment on my video when I unboxed this about an organizer, so here this is. This is just from Amazon. I will try to find it and link it below. This is not expensive. All of my organizers are from Amazon except my Chanel Grand Shopping Tote. I got that from Zumami. But that's what it looks like in there. And I'm just going to start putting things in there. So, starting with my wallet. And then my zipper pouch, which I need to swap out real quickly. So instead this bag, because I want to protect some things inside of it, instead of having my chapstick and my deodorant, I'm going to have my deodorant and my hand sanitizer in there. And that's what I love, that hand sanitizer is bigger than the deodorant. So there's that pouch. And again, since I don't have that divider, things are just going in here as if basically there's no organizer. The whole point of the organizer is to keep the bag from sagging. I mentioned earlier my business cards. I like to have those in a separate pocket so they don't scratch anything. And then I'll put my Chanel mirror back there as well. This coin pouch can just slip in the side right there. Perfect. And of course, since I don't use this organizer the way most people do or would, this stuff is going to slip around and just be a jumbled mess at some point. But I can say I at least tried. So that's what I will do. Not too terribly worried. This is what I call a really easy bag swap because literally it's just shoving stuff in here now. There's no rhyme or reason at this point. So the only other thing I try to keep somewhat separate if I can is my car key, because my house key is sharp, of course, and I don't want to damage anything trying to put that in and out. My new chapsticks. I'll go ahead and put these mints in here. And my dentist business card. And that's about it, guys. Just put a few things in there. Put those right here. Okay. So here's what it looks like fully loaded. Pretty simple, pretty basic. But I know people asked on the video when I got the Gucci tote, and I'm so sorry it's taken so long to get this done. But that's what it looks like. So, thank you for watching and thank you for swapping bags with me. If you have any questions about anything you've seen in the video, let me know below and I will respond, or I will make a video about it. I need some content because I know that these videos sometimes can get a little bit boring, especially if I'm not buying stuff, because let's face it, that's the whole point of the channel, right? So let me know if there's something specific you'd like to see, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Say hi, world. My name's Diva. And I'm a good kitty. Oh, I love you. She just wanted to say hi.